Estamos grabando aquí por Facebook. So, muchísimas gracias. Van a prender las cámaras cuando les pedimos que las prendan y prendan sus micrófonos. Pero ahora por mientras, apaguen sus cámaras y apaguen su micrófono. Thank you so much. Go ahead and turn off your cameras and your... I'm going to spotlight myself in the Zoom. And hello, we are going. Let's see who else is in here. Bienvenidos. Welcome everybody who is in here in the Zoom room with us. We are going to go live in a moment on Facebook, but you're kind of behind the scenes right now here in the Zoom room. Hello, everyone. Bienvenidos todos a nuestra presentación. All right, we're at about 7:08. What do you say?
I just muted us, so.
Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening to the first ever Speak Up With Us presentation. This is called The Valley Speaks. Bienvenidos a nuestra primera presentación llamada El Valle Habla. Y esta es la primera presentación del programa Speak Up With Us. I'm Mario Hernandez, one of the program managers here for the Unusual Suspects Theater Company, and I welcome you wherever you are this evening. Yo soy Mario Hernández y soy uno de los gerentes de programas aquí con the Unusual Suspects. The show is just about to start, but if you're in need of Spanish translation, we invite you into the Zoom room itself where we are, where a real-time Spanish translation is available. The link is being dropped there in the Facebook chat. Just go ahead and click that and you will join us instantly here in the Zoom room. Si usted necesita traducción en español, por favor, haga clic en el enlace que está ahorita en el chat para venir aquí con nosotros, aquí en el cuarto de Zoom, donde vamos a hacer la presentación original. So we are pushing this out on a Facebook, but we are in a Zoom webinar. That's why you're probably seeing all the accoutrements of Zoom that you know. Welcome, welcome. We're so thankful that you're spending the evening coming together as one here with the San Fernando Valley community. Tonight, you are a part of the community by virtue of your attendance. So we welcome you, no matter where you're watching this. Bienvenidos a todos. Vénganse, son parte de la comunidad del Valle de San Fernando esta noche. Our participants just had a dinner from a couple of family-owned restaurants in the Northeast San Fernando Valley. Shout out to Ceviches Mariscos and a couple of other places. So, hey, go ahead and grab yourself a snack and a beverage and join us because the show is about to begin. Leave a comment in the chat. Tell the participants what a great job they're doing. Let us know where you are in the world. ¿Dónde están? Where are you? Are you local or are you watching from somewhere around the world? Who's with you? Tell us about the people in the room. And if you have a question, especially for our presenters tonight, go ahead and drop that in the chat. We're going to have a little Q&A after their presentations. Don't forget to tag your friends, invite people. You know how the Facebook thing works. Go ahead and do all that. Let's get a bunch of people in here. Let's all gather around. Again, if you are in need of Spanish translation, we invite you to join us in the Zoom room. Si usted necesita traducción en español, les estamos ofreciendo eso en el Zoom. Vamos a dejar el enlace aquí en el chat. Haga clic en el enlace y véngase aquí con nosotros, a estar con nosotros, a participar aquí en la reunión de Zoom. Welcome, welcome. All right, so let's see. As we all know, of course, after a challenging year amidst a global public health crisis, we are proud as a company to be able to come together in support of our inspiring youth and other community members through our unusually live theater performances, empowering young people with a strong and confident voice all through the stage. And it's all through the generosity of our supporters that we can offer a safe place for our youth to shine. But we do need your help. So to ensure that we're able to continue providing them with this quality, just opportunities, these futures filled with hope, healing, and opportunity, won't you please consider making a tax-deductible gift today? Please visit theunusualsuspects.org/donate to make your donation, and we thank you in advance for your support. It really means a lot. It means a lot to these young people. It means a lot to our communities, and we thank you. So tonight, the Valley Speaks. This is an original presentation written and presented entirely by participants from the once-a-week Zoom workshops that we do through a generous partnership with El Nido Family Centers. Tonight, you will see the work of the participants who are with us today and the issues that they feel that are important in their communities, that I'm sure are the same issues that feel important in your communities as well. Now, we've shared a link to the playbill in the chat. Go ahead and click that if you want to see who's participating and you want to learn more about our program, but the show is happening right here. We want to give a special thanks to El Nido Family Centers who partnered with us, these folks that we are so honored to work with, to cooperate with. They gave us the financial support to create this amazing program. I want to invite someone very special now here to the digital stage. I want to say a little something. Here is our executive director of the Unusual Suspects Theater Company, Melissa Denton.
Mario, thank you so much. And thank you to our Zoom and Facebook audience. At the Unusual Suspects, we believe an audience witnessing the participants' presentation provides the final milestone of growth for our participants. And I'd like to thank the community members who bravely joined us on this journey to develop their speeches and public speaking skills. You are all now alumni of the Unusual Suspects. And speaking of alumni, I have the honor of introducing an alumnus who is also one of our board members, Julio Quijada. Julio currently works as an apprentice editor at Universal Pictures and is a theater coordinator at Journey House, Inc. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I'd like to introduce Julio Quijada. Thank you, Julio.
Hello, thank you, Melissa. I am happy to be a part of this. Thank you for the invitation. This program is just phenomenal. You know, with everyone sharing their voices and their speeches, it really creates a safe space for people to, you know, talk about some of the issues in the community, so on and so forth. So yeah, please support. It's a wonderful program. I wouldn't be where I'm at today without the Unusual Suspects attention and community. So I know I'm supposed to be okay, back to Mario.
Thank you, Julio. Oh man, that's how we do here. We're running gun, we're improvising, we're live. Thank you so much for being a part of this. We've got a really special night. You know how hard it is to coordinate. We have people phoning in, coming in from all parts of the city, all parts of the state. And speaking of, I want to welcome a very, very special guest. You know, when we created this program, Speak Up With Us, it was always our dream that we were going to invite policymakers, people who make decisions, into this presentation so they could hear directly from the community what's on their hearts and minds. And we're so honored to have this guest. We want our community, our emerging community advocates to be heard, not just by each other, but by the women and men that can put these thoughts into action. And so because of that, we are so proud to welcome the California State Senator from the 30th Senate District, the Honorable Senator and friend of the Unusual Suspects, Sydney Kamlager. Senator. Back to me. Hey, there was a bit of a disconnect there. We're going to see if the senator will join us shortly. We're going to move along though. Hey, technology, live presentations. That's what it's all about. Hey, we are thrilled that you're here tonight to see our amazing participants. You're going to see how strong the Northeast San Fernando Valley community is. What you're going to see tonight is exactly what we've been doing for the past 3 months. Every Wednesday around this time.
Senator's here.
Oh, the senator. I'm getting a word from the home office that the senator is with us. Hello, Senator Kamlager, are you with us? Oh, okay. Give me 1 second. We will have them join. Aha. All right. Sorry. The senator was waiting in the green room. Nobody informed me. Let's see. Hello, Senator Kamlager. Are you with us?
Hi, I'm here.
Hi. So sorry about that. We had you waiting in the green room. We didn't know you were.
That's okay. I was
Welcome,
just
welcome. Thank you so
listening.
much for being here with us.
Thank you for the invitation.
We are so happy. You know, I was just saying that it was always a dream of ours when we created this program. We wanted to bring policymakers into the room to hear directly from the community. We wanted the women and men who can take these thoughts and put them into action. So we invited you. We know you're a longtime supporter of ours and you work with us. So is there anything you want to say before the magic is presented?
Yeah, I don't want to be in the way, I don't want to get in the way of the magic, but I have to say, longtime supporter of the Unusual Suspects. I actually came to the Unusual Suspects as a board member and then cycled onto the advisory board, where basically they call me when they ask for help and ask for money, and I happily oblige. And we have an amazing executive director in Melissa Denton. Today, I was actually in Budget Sub 4 on the Senate side, talking about money that we plan to give out across the state. And we had such a robust discussion about the arts and culture, and why it is so important after this pandemic to make sure that we are giving as much as possible to all of our communities that have been healing us during this pandemic using the arts. And the Unusual Suspects with Speak Up With Us is doing that by celebrating and talking about and elevating the power of the voice and communication, how we are able to move mountains and heal and build bridges using our voice, using our stories, using our testimonies, all of these things so rich and potent. If it's just the story or if it's the tone and the inflection that you use in telling it, it is so important that we own our voice and own our stories and empower our community members to find and elevate and enrich and enliven their voice so that we can talk about our legacies and our histories and our futures and our desires, so that we can heal, so that we can communicate and build bridges, And ultimately, so that we can make people feel, because that is what the arts is about. It is about passion and emotion and connection. And so I'm hoping that folks will enjoy this presentation tonight and will give to the unusual suspects and will recognize the power and the potency of the voice.
Thank you so much, Senator. I couldn't have said it better myself. You know, that is exactly what we are doing. That's what we had hoped to accomplish with this program. And I'm so fortunate because I've been able to watch the workshops. I've been there, but I've been able to observe, because our amazing teaching artists, who you're going to meet shortly, they will show you all the magic. But it has just been amazing to see these folks find their voice and really emerge as advocates for their communities. So,
well, my mother is an actress, so I grew up, you know, backstage and in the seats of a 99-seat theater. So I know what this magic looks and feels like, and I just love being in close proximity. So
thank you. That means a lot, because we try to capture that magic, despite the fact that we're living right here. Of course, not the same thing, but it's a new and in many ways better thing than that, as you'll see when we explain. But we're so honored to have you here, and we hope you enjoy the show. We know you will. I
will.
Thank you so much, Senator.
Thank you.
You know, folks, yeah, so what you're going to see is pretty special. This is what we've been doing now for about 3 months. We've been coming together Wednesday afternoons around this time, and these are community members that you're about to meet. These are young people, essential workers, parents, grandparents, activists, and folks just like you. They got together in this little box, like I said, to share what's in their hearts and minds. Now, under normal circumstances, that doesn't sound too revolutionary, right? But as we all know, during this time of extreme challenges, against this backdrop of immense uncertainty, these folks took time out of their days, you know, all while they're still working, and they're attending school online, and they're practicing soccer, and they're running errands, and they're logging in from their homes and their bedrooms, their cars even sometimes, wherever they are. It didn't matter where they were, they came together to say that their destiny has not been written yet, that the world will be what they make of it, and that whatever mistakes we've made as a society in the past, that doesn't mean that they can't be fixed in the future. And that's what our program is about. So today, some of us are at home, right? You're all at home right now. Maybe you're still at the office. We're all in different parts of Los Angeles, right? We say the San Fernando Valley. One of our teaching artists is in the San Gabriel Valley. You know, whether you're coming in from the West Side, South LA and beyond, maybe you're somewhere else in California. Some of us are even right here in the office, safely, socially distanced, right here in the Unusual Suspects office. But wherever you are, we're together now. We are one community. We are one people. Welcome. So what you're going to see right now is months of research and writing and speaking and feedback, really constructive feedback, loving, supporting feedback, turned into a dialogue about the future of the San Fernando Valley. And I want to remind you all that all of the words and thoughts and feelings that you're seeing tonight were created and written by the participants in the Speak Up With Us Unusual Suspects workshops. We're going to have a Q&A after the show. So make sure you drop any questions there in the chat as we go along. And once again, si usted necesita traducción en español, los invitamos a que hagan clic en el enlace aquí en el chat. All right, the link is in the chat for anybody that wants to hear the Spanish translation or practice their Spanish, right? Anyway, I've been talking for a long time. Let's bring on the real stars. I want to bring to the virtual stage the two amazing teaching artists that have shepherded this project from the beginning. I'm so proud to call these two men, these native Angelinos, my friends and colleagues. Ladies and gentlemen, Jaz and Eddie.
Yo, 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 hey everybody, welcome to Speak Up With Us and the Valley Speaks. My name is Jaz Ben Barrett, but you can call me Jaz.
What's going on, everybody? I am Eddie Ruiz, and I was very happy to do this workshop with Jaz. We had such a great time. Josh, why did we do Speak Up With Us?
Besides the fact that we just like to make a difference in everyday people's lives in the community, We understand as actors, as performers, and as educators that public speaking is difficult. I'm going to say that again, everybody. Public speaking, speaking out loud, doing what we're doing right now, it's hard. If you're not an actor, if you're not a motivational speaker, if you're not a politician, the average person, their day-to-day conversation is usually one-on-one or the people that they're already comfortable with. But we all have great ideas. We all have strong beliefs, and we are all perfectly capable of having interesting conversations with big groups of people. But sometimes we're shy. We're introverted. Sometimes there's a language barrier. Sometimes there's just stage fright. And that keeps people from being nervous or even fearful from speaking in a larger group. So our job is to go ahead and get past that and free the voice. And I love how the senator so eloquently put it, saying the voice is the activation to our stories, and our stories is our community, and really giving people the power to share that. And Eddie will tell you a little bit on how we did that.
Yeah, thank you, Josh, for all that. That was so beautifully said. Well, you know, in our workshop, it was really special for me because we were able to teach this workshop, not just in English, but also in Spanish. So something about having this workshop to be bilingually, and then for Josh and I to be able to share our life skills, our techniques as artists with all these community members and to build this safe space was just very special. I think one thing I have to say about these participants, every single day they came ready and their cameras were on and they were just ready to give it their all. So that was very, very like just neat to watch and watch them grow throughout this entire workshop. I also have to say that, you know, these, like for the cameras that when they were coming on, other audience, I just want to say, can we bring everybody on right now? All the participants? That's what I want to do. Can you all turn your cameras on? ¿Pueden prender su cámara? There they are. Can we all give it up for our Speak Up With Us? This is what I want to start with. I want to give them a recognition. These are our brave participants that just were doing such a great job throughout this workshop. John, let's give it up for them. Absolutely.
Thank you for all that support, those cheers. And thank you, Eddie. So I know that everybody's here to watch some grandiose show that the U.S. has promoted. And that is fantastic. However, I offer you something even better. What I offer you is an opportunity to be a fly on the wall, a guest in our workshop, so you can see specifically what is done in a standard Speak Up With Us workshop on a day-to-day basis. So you'll see how we check in with one another, how we warm up, how we do some type of activity, and then how we have a core specific agenda for the day that will keep us all motivated and at result, hopefully turn us into some better speakers. So without further ado, would you like to, Eddie, check us into that?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that, Josh. Yeah, so in every workshop, like Josh says, we start with the check-in, and the check-in is just a great way for all of us to check in and to be able to see how we're feeling, what we're going through. And like I said, creating that safe space, we're all able to know how we feel. So what we do is we introduce ourselves with our name. We check in from a 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being I'm feeling the best. And then we usually answer a question. It's always a question of the day that we come up with. And so today, since we have all our participants on already, why don't we go ahead and do a check-in to show everybody how we check in. I'll go ahead and start. And our check-in for today will be, you know, if I was an ice cream flavor, what would I be? If I was an ice cream flavor, what flavor would I be? So my name is Eddie. I'm checking in at a 10. And if I was an ice cream flavor, I would be a Rocky Road. I would be Rocky Road. Yeah, that's right. What's going on, Erica? Would you like to check in with us?
Hi, my name's Erica. I feel like a 9. And if I were an ice cream, I'd be strawberry. For sure.
Thank you, Erica, for that. Junior, how you doing today?
Hi, my name is Jesus, and I'm feeling like the 10 today. And if I was an ice cream flavor, I would be on rainbow sherbet.
Ah, thank you for that, Jesus. Yes. Angela, how you doing?
Hi, I'm Angela, and I'm checking in at a 10. And if I were an ice cream, I'd be chocolate with chocolate chips.
Thank you for that, Angela. Señora Juana, ¿cómo se siente hoy? Juana Villa, vamos con Juana Villa. ¿Cómo está, señora Juana Villa?
Oh, you're muted.
Oh, el sonido, por favor.
¿Está?
Yep.
Hola, si yo fuera café, yo sería café frappuccino. Y soy Juana Ortega y estoy en un 9 porque estoy motivada, estoy feliz, estoy contenta y me encanta la vainilla.
Gracias, señora Juana. Ahora, señora Juana Lepe, ¿cómo se siente hoy? ¿Cómo está?
Sí, buenas tardes. Sí, mi nombre es Juana Lepe y pues también aquí me siento hoy en el número 10. Me siento muy bien. Y pues mi sabor favorito pues es la sabor fresa. Gracias.
And thank you. What about Jesus Senior, Mr. Lepe?
Hi, my name is Jesus Lepe. I'm feeling like 9.5 right now. And I like the flavor vanilla and coconut. I love it, ice cream, vanilla and coconut. Delicious.
Yes.
Thank you to all our participants. So as you can all see, that's how we check in. We just get to connect with each other. We see what we have in common. And then we just move on to the next thing. And once we're done with our check-ins and we're all seeing how we're feeling, we move on to a little warm-up. And so we get the body going. Sometimes we work our articulations, or sometimes we just do some breathing exercises that we teach them so that way they can relax a little bit. And so today, with that being said, Erica, are you ready to lead us through a little something?
Yeah.
All right, let us go ahead and take the floor.
Okay, I'm gonna do a stretching. So for this one, you don't have to get up. So put your elbow up and then stretch your back. Yeah, for like seconds. Okay, next. Oh, mine cracked. Okay, now hands up and then kind of like push them back, like that.
Ooh.
As far as you could. Okay, and then like turn to the side so your back could feel good.
Ooh.
And then next. Okay, and then you can stand up for this one. I don't have enough space. And then you're gonna put your legs together and then touch your toes. Okay, now open your legs and then go to the middle. So abran los pies y vayan para el centro. Okay, that's good. I hope.
That was perfect, Erica. Thank you so much. Can we all give it up for Erica?
Yes. Thank you so much, Erica.
Yeah, Erica, just just to help everyone understand a little bit, like, why do we warm up? Why is it important to warm up? Let's say, for example, before we do a speech, like why is that important?
It's important to warm up so you could loosen up your body, get rid of your nerves, and feel comfortable.
Yeah, thank you for that. And how do you feel, Erica, whenever we did a warm up? How did you feel after? Like, how did it make you feel emotionally? How did it make your body feel?
Well, I felt more relaxed for sure.
Thank you for that. Joz, I shoot it over to you after that wonderful, wonderful warm up from Erica.
Thank you, Eddie, and thank you, Erica. Like, I sit in front of the camera or in front of the computer all day, as a lot of us do nowadays, and sometimes taking a stretch, even just for 5 to 10 seconds, does something for me physically, which does something for my energy. So Erica, thank you so much for leading us in that. And Eddie, since you didn't ask, I'm going to let you know anyway. I'm checking in at a 10. My name is Jaws, and my favorite ice cream would be Ben & Jerry's Cherry Garcia. You know, the vanilla with the cherries, and the chocolate. Okay, moving on.
And thank you for checking in, Jaws. Thank you. My bad.
You got it, bro. After our warm-up, we like to kind of keep the creative juices flowing and engage with each other a little bit more and have a little fun with some type of ensemble building activity or just a game. Angela, you have been a strong backbone in this class and has been able to adapt some of these games and make them your own. Is there a game that you would like to introduce today that we have already covered in class this workshop?
Sure, the debate game.
The debate game, I love it. Juana Ortega and Juana Lepe would be two great participants for this. Angela, why don't you go ahead and tell us how debate is played and set up the frame for everybody.
Sure, so the debate game is you have two sides of an issue or two things that you compare to each other. And one person argues why they prefer the one choice, their side of the argument, and then the other person argues why their side is better. And each person has 1 minute to just talk about their issue. And then at the end, after both sides have gone, we decide who wins, who has argued the better case.
Fantastic. That was a perfect explanation. Angela, do you have a topic of choice that you would like to issue to our two participants today?
Sure. How about a dog versus a cat?
Ooh.
Age-old question. Dogs versus cats.
Yeah, so Josh, is it okay if I let Mrs. Juana Villa and Mrs. Juana Lepe know what the topic is?
Please do.
So, hoy el tema va a ser que van a tener señora Juana Villa y señora Juana Lepe. Va a ser ¿qué les gusta más? ¿Un perro o un gato? So, señora Juana Lepe, ¿qué le gusta más a usted? ¿Los perros o los gatos?
Me gustan más los gatos.
Los gatos. Señora Juana Villa.
Muted.
Díganos otra vez, ¿el sonido está apagado, señora Juana?
Me gustan más los perros.
Perfecto. All right, so we have dogs versus cat. We have Juana Villa that likes the dogs, and we have Miss Juana Lepe that likes cats. All right.
Angela, would you like to put 1 minute on the clock, or would you like me to do that?
Jaws, you go ahead and do that.
Fantastic. Give me 1 second. Putting 1 minute on the clock. And who's going first?
Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Angela, who's going first?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were, okay, I'm sorry. Yes, Juana Villa, you can go first. You have 1 minute to argue why you prefer dogs over cats, why dogs are the better choice.
¿Sí entendió todo, señora Juana Villa?
Yo prefiero los perros porque los perros son bien agradecidos, agradecen, aunque los retiren, agradecidos, amables, buen compañero, sociables, cariñosos, buen amigo, cuida a la persona, la protege, es muy amigable con todas las personas, fácil de entrenarse, es muy entendido y es muy agradecido con todos. ¿Le sigo?
Great job. Keep going. You have 25 seconds.
Tiene 25 segundos más. Sígale más.
Ok. Entonces, el perro es el amigo del hombre. Ese nunca le da la espalda. Ese lo regaña. Ese está con usted. Lo patea. Es como arrimarlo más a usted. Es cariñoso.
Perfecto. Muchas gracias, señora Juana. Ok, señora Juana Lepe, ¿está lista?
Sí.
Cuando esté lista, nomás comienza.
Sí, pues a mí me gustan mucho los gatos porque son demasiado cariñosos y son muy limpios también ellos. Cuidan la casa también aquí de los roedores, ¿verdad? Y les gusta estar, pueden estar dentro de la casa, pueden estar fuera de la casa. Es donde uno los acostumbra a estar, ¿verdad? Y pues dan cariño, de verdad, que a los adultos y a los niños, ¿verdad? Los niños son muy cariñosos con nuestros gatos y siempre nos ha gustado tener gatitos aquí en la casa, especialmente cuando están bebés o cuando las gatitas ya tienen sus gatitos, los niños se emocionan demasiado con ellos y nos encariñamos mucho y pues nos da mucha tristeza luego cuando ya se nos desaparecen, nos quedamos todos tristes. Pero sí, es muy agradable convivir con estos animalitos, tanto los niños como los adultos, ¿verdad? Nos quitan mucho estrés también, igual que cualquier otro animalito. Gracias.
Perfecto. Muchas gracias, muchas gracias. There you go, just a little nice debate about cats and dogs.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Angela, before you go ahead and give your feedback on what you thought was the winner, if there is one, can you go ahead and give us some insight on how this prepares us for public speaking in general? Why is this effective?
It's effective because it helps you practice arguing one side of an issue and how you really feel about it, and you have to advocate for yourself, and you have to have confidence in your ideas and what you're presenting. And it also makes you think about the other side of the issue too.
So not only thinking about your own perspective, but having to go ahead and think in the mind of somebody else's ideas, right? Great insight, Angela. I appreciate that. Eddie, you have some stuff to share with us about what we've been doing over this past 10 weeks?
Yeah, I sure do. And thank you again for that, Angela. Señora Juana, muchas gracias. Las dos señoras Juanas por hacer esa actividad con nosotros. Yeah, so, throughout this workshop, we've been watching them do all different types of speeches. So what we like to do for you all is show you a little something. This is a little montage of all the speeches our participants have done, of some of them, I should say. So we get to watch how much they've grown throughout this workshop. So it's really exciting to watch. It was a little bit hard, like my heart was melting watching this and putting this together. So I would just love to share this video. So here's the video, and I hope you enjoy it.
We're just getting that video queued up for you, so just please bear with us just one moment. You know how technology is.
And we are back. Thank you, Alec, for that. So sorry, and we apologize. We apologize for that little glitch. But Jaz, where you at? You there with us?
I'm back, man. I'm back. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
I can. There you are.
Bet. So all of you are watching us via Facebook Live. You saw that amazing sample of speeches that we went ahead and did over the past 10 weeks, from impromptu speaking to persuasive speaking to how to do speech, informative speaking. We covered all these different topics and ideas that one may have when they're speaking in a large group of people. Another idea or activity that we did to get people motivated in thinking in a specific direction was the idea of 1 to 2 minute rants. And very similar to what we just had with debate, we are giving the participant a topic to just freely speak about without any preparation involved. We give them a topic, they sit with it for maybe 5 to 10 seconds. We put the timer up and we just let them speak. A perfect person to sample this for you today would be Junior, Jesus Lepe. Can we have you get back on camera, Jesus? We would love to see you. There you are. Welcome back, sir. Jesus, your journey in this class has been nothing less than extraordinary, to say the least. You came into this class one person and have evolved into a completely different person in front of our eyes. One topic that you said was really, really important for you to address in this class was the topic of bullying and how it has affected you, how it affects other people, what the actual bullies don't consider when they're bullying somebody else. So we would just like to give you the spotlight to speak for anywhere between 1 to 2 minutes on your ideas on the bullying problem and what we could do to fix it. Is that cool with you?
Yes, that's fine.
Fantastic. So I know I told you 1 minute to 2 minutes, so I'll split the difference and I'll put 1:30 on the clock. How's that sound?
That sounds terrific.
Terrific. So here's the clock, sir, and I will go ahead and hit start whenever you start speaking.
Bullying is an issue across our nation. You might not know it, but the person sitting right next to you could be getting bullied. They might not seem like they are hurting, but inside they could be. Bullying doesn't have to be pushing someone around, shoving them into lockers, or even punching them. Bullying can be on the internet, after school, on your walk home, on the bus, maybe even in your own household. Anyone that intentionally tries to hurt you or your feelings is bullying you. It doesn't matter if you just stare at them as they walk by or laugh at someone of what they say in class. If it hurts their feelings, then you are bullying them. You might think that there are no bullies in your grade or even in school, but there is. There is at least someone. It's not always something physical that bullies someone. It could be something emotional, like the story of Eve Shallon. She's been bullied since second grade by the same group of girls. Eve would be talking in class and she would hear muffled giggles, and when she turned around, the girls would roll their eyes. If she was out at recess and went up to a group of people, they would all fall silent, and sometimes she would even catch the end of someone's joke against her. One day in 8th grade, while Eve was watching a basketball game, one of the popular girls came up to Eve to show her something. They both walked to a group of 3 to 4 girls and started reading the girl's diary and laughed at what she was saying. They all started laughing, and in the middle of that moment, Eve realized it was her that was the bully now. But she didn't care, because she was accepted for once, and in that moment, that's all that mattered. Thank you.
Junior. Every single time I have the benefit of seeing you in this workshop, sir, I pinch myself because sometimes I don't believe it's real. The growth, the maturity, the confidence that you have displayed over these past 10 weeks. I'm just looking at Eddie right now, and his expression is priceless because it speaks volumes. He, in that one gesture, contextualizes everything I have to say. I don't know if you realize, you passed 1 minute and a half with ease. So I just stopped the clock because I genuinely wanted to hear what you had to say. And just like we were talking about at the beginning of this class, this is an opportunity for you to, not just you, but for everybody, to own your own voice and speak out for what's right, speak out against what's wrong, and use your power of your voice to uplift and to motivate and to tell other people's stories, not just yours. We've never heard you bring up Eve in this workshop, but hearing her testimony through you was so specific, so detailed, and we see that level of empathy that you have for this person because you didn't have to make this speech about her, but you did. So again, Junior, I thank you for the material that you just displayed. Before I pass it on to Eddie, Junior, can you tell me a little bit about what these rants do for you and how does it help you prepare for larger speeches?
Yes, I feel like these rants or these speeches, I think that they've prepared me significantly for even bigger speeches. And ever since I've been with this program, I feel like I've been more confident speaking with like even a more larger group of people. And I just feel that in the future, if I ever did have to give a speech with more people than what there is now today, I feel that I would be very confident and I would be prepared from the speeches that I've given in the past and the speeches that I will give in the future.
Junior, thank you, man. Thank you. Everybody watching, you all know what these 10 weeks have been like. It's been nothing but pleasure and joy and freedom and positivity and self-expression. But watching the growth of all that is absolutely priceless. Thank you again, Junior. Eddie, I send it your way.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of ironic being a speech class that he has me speechless. Junior, just watching his work and watching his growth, I'm so proud. And thank you, Junior, for trusting us. Thank you for going there. And can I have, Señor Lepe, ¿puede prender su cámara? Could Mr. Lepe come on, turn your camera on? Just want you all to know, this is the Lepe family. This is Junior's dad, Señor Lepe. Le quiero preguntar y si le gustaría contestar y decirme cómo de orgulloso está con su hijo en lo que vio ahorita y nomás si nos puede explicar cómo lo ha visto usted crecer en esos talleres.
Sí, yo a mi hijo estoy muy orgulloso de él. Y estoy muy impresionado por las palabras que dijo hoy en esta ocasión. A él le han servido mucho. Él ha tenido anteriormente a personas que le han ayudado, psicólogos y personas así que le han ayudado. Y hemos visto el gran cambio para él, pero especialmente aquí en este taller de aquí con ustedes, él ha mejorado mucho. Y lo veo más seguro, lo veo más, menos nervioso, más decidido. Y estoy realmente impresionado por las palabras que él ha dicho ahora.
Muchas gracias. Señora Juana, ¿hay algo que le gustaría decir a usted? ¿A su hijo?
Sí, claro que sí. Yo lo felicito, ¿verdad? Por tener ese valor de hablar y gracias a ustedes que lo han motivado tanto, ¿verdad? En este tiempo que hemos estado con ustedes, le han dado mucha confianza, ¿verdad? Para poder hablar en público, cosa que antes no lo hacía, era demasiado tímido porque estaba muy dañado, ¿verdad? Y afectado y él no sentía esa seguridad de hablar en el público. Y ahora pues me sorprendió también más porque ahora habló más, ¿verdad? Y está muy abierto a hablar en público. Y es algo que yo no lo esperaba nunca. Imaginé que él fuera a poder expresarse de esa manera. Y lo felicito a él y a ustedes también por su excelente trabajo que están haciendo con todos nosotros. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias a ustedes. Con todo eso, señor Lepe, ¿está listo para hacer de usted? Ya estamos listos para que usted hable del tema de homeless en su área. ¿Ya está listo?
Sí, sí.
Perfecto. Señora Juana, ¿sí estaría bien si le damos la área para él? Gracias.
Sí.
¿Me dicen cuando empiece?
Ya estamos listos.
Sí, buenas tardes de nuevo. Mi nombre es Jesús Lepe y yo en esta ocasión quisiera hablar sobre los homeless, las personas que no tienen casa, no tienen hogar. Pues yo he mirado en ellos un problema que no se acaba, al contrario, está creciendo más, especialmente aquí en el área del Valle de San Fernando, del este del Valle de San Fernando. Anteriormente es por aquí, cerca haciendo un puente, por aquí cerquitas de la casa de nosotros. Debajo del puente se pusieron algunos, empezaron con unas 2, 3 carpitas. Después había 7, 8, 10, hasta 15. Y pues yo no tengo nada en contra de ellos, al contrario, pues son humanos y hay que ayudarlos y todo, pero uno mira que a veces esas personas, no todas, pero esas personas a veces les da uno algo y son bien malagradecidos. A veces ellos lo que quieren es dinero, a veces les ofrece uno a veces comida o algo y aquellos que quieren dinero para, no sé, usar drogas o cosas así. Pero yo quisiera también que, si es posible, se involucraran un poquito más nuestros concejales de aquí del área, como especialmente aquí en una subida del freeway que está aquí cerquita. Aquí está a un lado el DMV, está un DMV ahí está cerquita, y están unos montones de basura. Y ahí estuvieron anteriormente unas 2, 3 carpas de homeless y dejaron mucha basura allí y pues no sé si los removieron y pues ahí está la basura y pues no, se ve feo en realidad ahí que esté la basura. Y otra cosa también que pues siente uno un poquito de miedo, de temor, pues ahí cuando pase uno por esos lugares, como en una ocasión hace unos días mi hija está en un equipo de fútbol y va a entrenar aquí en un parque que está a unas cuadras aquí abajo de nosotros y mi esposa la lleva a entrenar y en la tarde va a entrenar unas 3 o 4 veces por semana para las prácticas de su fútbol y en esa ocasión me llamó mi hija porque mi esposa salió un mandado y yo venía cerquitas de ahí con ella. Entonces le dije, mi hija, le dije, si quieres, ahorita vete caminando una cuadra o 2, era en la tarde, yo me sentía seguro. Le dije, vete caminando una cuadra o 2 y yo te alcanzo ahorita. Sí, está bien, papá. Entonces se vino caminando y pues pasó ahí por una gasolinera. A un lado están unas debajo de un puente, están unas 3, 4 carpas allí, están unas camionetas estas de como un motorhomes viejitas donde están allí. Entonces ella me dijo que sintió miedo, sintió temor al pasar por allí porque pues no sabe uno el pensamiento de ellos. Entonces, pues yo digo que quizás nuestros concejales se enfocaran un poquito más en hacer algo otra cosa para poderles ayudar, poderles dar, no sé, talleres de trabajo, ayudarlos no sé, en algo que para los que fueron pues personas más de más, que tuvieran un futuro, que tuvieran pues un trabajo, cosas así. Y pues como les digo, en realidad no estoy en contra de ellos, al contrario, pues me da un poco de pena y como yo a veces les doy una mano, les ayudo y todo, pero algunos pues son un poquito diferentes de pensar de otros. Y a otra cosa también, pues colectan mucha basura, muchas cosas que supuestamente son bien para ellos, pero los llegan a mover de allí, dejan mucha basura, muchos desperdicios que dejan allí y pues en realidad eso crea muchas enfermedades, muchas cosas que pues pueden ser malas para la salud de uno. Y pues sí quisiera yo que tuviéramos un poquito más de atención en esas cosas. Y pues es todo. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias, señor. Muchísimas gracias. Y la pregunta que le tengo para usted con todo esto, con el discurso que nos acaba de hacer, ¿qué es su plan? ¿Cómo usted va a ayudar en su área, en su comunidad, para hacer algo con todo eso, lo que está pasando y de lo que está hablando?
Bueno, pues en realidad, pues no tengo así un plan, no tengo un plan así, pero como les digo, pues yo a veces les ayudo, les ofrezco a veces cosas que piden algo, comida, les ofrezco. E incluso los he invitado, yo trabajo en construcción y los he invitado a veces a trabajar, que si me van a ayudar, y ellos no trabajan, no quieren trabajar. Entonces, pues mi plan sería de que se involucraran más nuestras autoridades en ellos, en algún taller para que les dieran algún tipo de trabajo, alguna cosa, para ser las personas más de provecho.
Muchas gracias, señor Juan. Señor Jesús. ¿Podemos ahora seguir con su esposa, señora Juana? Gracias, señora Juana. ¿Está lista para hacer el discurso de usted?
Sí.
Perfecto. ¿Por qué no le entramos?
Sí, claro que sí. Sí, bueno, ¿ya estoy lista ahí?
Sí, perfecto.
Sí, buenas noches. Mi nombre es Juana Lepe. Y pues ya ve que aquí nos dieron un tema que escoger, ¿verdad? Algo que nos preocupe en la comunidad. Y pues somos 4 de la familia los que estamos participando aquí. Y a mí pues se me hace muy interesante, importante reciclar, ¿verdad? Porque reciclar es bastante bueno para todos y para cuidar el medio ambiente y también pues para darles mejor calidad de vida a los animales y para nosotros también, ¿verdad? Tener un ambiente más limpio, un aire más limpio, más puro para poder respirar mejor, tener mejor calidad de vida. Igual enseñar a nuestros hijos cómo reciclar, que es tan fácil, ¿verdad? Y que todas las personas tomemos conciencia de la importancia de reciclar, que de verdad que no es difícil, ¿verdad? Si todos lo hiciéramos, reduciríamos bastante el nivel de basura, porque la verdad que es más lo que se recicla que la basura, ¿verdad? Porque yo miro en mi casa como reciclo y noto que saco más reciclable que basura. Y si en cambio, si yo no reciclara y tirara todo eso a la basura, pues haría que fuera bastante más, ¿verdad? La calidad de basura. Y pues es importante enseñar a nuestros hijos, ¿verdad? Que se enseñen ellos también a la importancia de reciclar para que tengan una mejor calidad de vida en el futuro, ya cuando no estemos nosotros, porque es el único planeta que tenemos, planeta Tierra, ¿verdad? Es muy bonito y debemos cuidarlo y respetarlo como la obra y gracia que Dios nos dio para que viviéramos aquí felices nosotros, ¿verdad? Y nuestros compañeritos, los animalitos, ¿verdad? Todo lo que tiene vida, ellos viven de lo que nosotros cuidamos, ¿verdad? Si nosotros no cuidamos, ellos no tendrían una buena calidad de vida. Entonces ahí es por eso que es la importancia de saber reciclar, porque si nos ponemos a mirar, la mayoría de cosas se reciclan, ¿verdad? Se reusan. ¿Y por qué no apoyar nosotros, poner nuestro granito de arena, cada uno de nosotros, ¿verdad? Yo estoy muy orgullosa de aquí de mi familia, que ya han aprendido, la mayoría ya están aprendiendo cómo se recicla, qué se recicla, a base de que siempre estoy con ellos. Esto ya tengo especialmente, ¿verdad? Cada bote donde va cada cosa para que ellos no se confundan y ya con el tiempo ellos sepan que dónde va cada cosa en su lugar y nada de basura sucia en lo reciclable. Yo les digo, si es basura sucia, es basura, eso ya no se recicla, lo que va sucio. Si se puede dar una enjuagadita con un poco de agua, se le da, ¿verdad? Ahí durante estamos lavando los trastes, ahí les cae agüita y ahí le damos su enjuagadita y lo echamos a reciclar porque da lástima mirar cómo se desperdicia tanto plástico, tanto papel, ¿verdad? Entonces, pues mi consejo es que tomemos conciencia todos y reciclemos por bien de la humanidad, por bien de nuestra planeta Tierra. y por dar gracias a Dios que nos dio este planeta tan hermoso. Pues sí, yo pienso que es todo. Muchas gracias.
Muchísimas gracias a usted, señora Juana. Muchas gracias. Yeah, recycling and homelessness out in the Pacoima area, it's so important. I'm so glad that we were able to touch on all these issues and we're able to talk about them. So muchísimas gracias por decirnos todo esto, señora Juana, señor Juan, señor Jesús, muchas gracias. Le vamos a seguir adelante. ¿Por qué no seguimos, Josh? Are you ready to move on to the next thing? We got these two beautiful speeches that have just been shared with us. We could go ahead and see what's next.
Shout out to the Lepes. Jesus, Juana Lepe, thank you so much. I appreciate everything that you said about the community at large, specifically Pacoima, but these are problems within the whole San Fernando Valley and Los Angeles. I am a member of the community in the San Fernando Valley, born and raised in Reseda. So it's really empowering for me to hear that issues, even though they might be negative, are still shared amongst different cultures in the same community. It was a benefit for me and a blessing for me to be an invited guest in a culture that I don't necessarily belong to. So me as an educator, I still learned a lot from our participants, from my co-TA Eddie. A lot of great conversations were had, that we had a lot more understanding of each other and realized we are a lot more similar than we are different. So that's another incredible thing that happens organically through the conversations in this class, especially in the development of this family who you've just been introduced to, the Lepes. So you've heard from Junior, and you've heard from Jesus Senior, you've heard from Juana. I'd like to call back my homie Erica to the forefront. And Erica, me as the person from the outside looking in, is Erica back? I'll wait for Erica to get back. I want to see Erica. There it is. I see you only once a week for a couple hours a week, right? And I'm able to see a specific difference week by week by week in the individuals and with your family. But you're with your family all the time. So can you tell me what differences that you have seen within the rest of your family since you've all started to attend this workshop?
Yeah, like example, my brother, when we were in meetings before we joined this class, he would only say like 3 words max, and now he's out here speaking and speaking and speaking, and he doesn't stop. And then my dad too, like también, he doesn't really like speaking in cameras virtually, and then también he's the same as my brother. They really improved. And also my mom, the way she talks, it's a lot better. And yeah.
Thank you so much for that reflection, Erica. And I bring you to the forefront now because I just touched on how I've been able to learn a lot about culture through this workshop, just like you've been learning about public speaking. However, you were the one that also introduced the fact that we should be a little bit more attentive to other cultures rather than our own. So you developed a speech about anti-Asian hate, and I would love for you to share that with us if you would be so inclined.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm ready. Just let me know when.
We're ready whenever you're ready.
Okay. Give me a second. In recent weeks, we've seen a series of high-profile violent attacks against Asian Americans, ranging from brutal robberies to fatal assaults. This week, a 21-year-old man killed 8 people, most of them Asian American women in Atlanta, Georgia. How many of the attacks were racially motivated? In order for an act of violence to be legally classified as a hate crime, the perpetrator has to explicitly mention or signal that they are committing this crime in the name of hatred for that group. In many of the recent attacks of Asian Americans, The perpetrators made no such declaration. Over the past year, we've seen a huge surge of violent crime for reasons criminologists are still trying to understand. In some cases, Asian Americans were probably caught up in the wave of murder and assault without being specifically targeted. However, Asian Americans are still stereotyped as being meek, passive, or well-to-do, all qualities that would make them more attractive targets. According to research, that kind of passive form of racial prejudice can still harm Asian Americans, even if explicit hatred is not the reason they are being targeted. That being said, there is quite a lot of evidence suggesting that people of Asian descent are becoming special targets of violence. Take, for instance, a January attack in Seattle where a man slugged an Asian American woman after yelling, "Asians need to be put in their place." The Center of Study and Hall of Extremism, California State University, San Bernardino, recently released a fact sheet that claims anti-Asian hate crimes spiked up 149% in America's largest city during 2020. What is the source of this animosity? Through hate crimes against Asian Americans have been slowly rising since 2016. Some evidence suggests that the past year's surge was driven by a racist reaction to the COVID-19 pandemic. Former President Trump repeatedly referred to COVID-19 as a China virus, which appears to have strengthened the association of Asians and disease in the minds of his followers, expressed through the social media hate speech. So what can we do? Drawing on social physiology research, there are a few science-backed ways we can reduce hatred and division, which in the long run should reduce violence. Okay, so some examples are evaluate Asian Americans as Americans, promote intergroup contact between Asian Americans and others, seek and promote counter stereotypical information, focus on individuals, not identity, engage in perspective taking and giving. The acts of violence over the past weeks have rightly shocked the nation's conscience, but by mobilizing social and political forces to embrace minorities, protect the vulnerability, and promote respect, we can roll back this tide of violence and build a safer, more unified country. Ta-da.
Yes, yes, and more yes. Erica, where do I start? What I appreciate about, I'm going to hold on the subject matter just for a second and go to the specifics of everything that you just compiled together. Not only are you sharing your feelings and your stance on the issue that's very, very prevalent, but you're doing so with research, by using supporting evidence, by talking about specific situations, by citing your sources, by giving specific examples of people or quotes that they may have said, by providing statistics, by identifying a problem and then also providing solutions. So there was a lot in this speech. Just one thing just to talk about, this is how I feel. But you took it to another level saying, this is how I feel and this is everything I brought with me to back up my stance. You spoke on a very, very heavy topic, but again, something that's very, very real. All of our communities have experienced some sort of discrimination or marginalized in some type of way, but you chose to talk about a community that you were not particularly a part of. Can I ask why you chose that subject matter to speak about?
Well, because I've been seeing all over the internet and then occasionally in public that Asians are being more hated. I've seen that more than any other culture right now at this moment. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Erica. And for you to have that type of, again, humanity, that empathy, to not just look at yourself, but look at others, because we're all connected. Something that we were all learning consistently through this workshop. Thank you again, Erica. And shout out to all the Lepes. That family is like my family for real. I will see you at the summer cookout. Eddie, I am sending it over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, Erica. What a great speech. I mean, all these speeches just got more powerful and powerful as we heard them more and more. So thank you, like you said, to all the Lepe family. And now we have our last but not least. What's going on, Angela? Step on to the spotlight. How are you doing? Come on out.
It's Angela time?
Yeah, it is. We have Angela time now. Angela, there you are. So Angela, we are ready for you. I just want to say, you're about to speak on a very important topic that is just a world issue that I hope that you could give us this information. We've heard it before, but I look forward to hear how you're going to present it today. Whenever you're ready, why don't we go ahead and just get into it, and then we could talk a little bit about it after. You ready for it?
Yes, thank you, Eddie. Hi, I'm Angela, and I'm going to speak to you today about climate change. So climate change causes global warming, which is dangerous to us all because the Earth's surface temperature is slowly rising year by year. It happens because heat is trapped into the Earth's atmosphere by greenhouse gases. Global warming endangers our health, jeopardizes our national security, and threatens other basic human needs. The effects of climate change include record high temperatures, rising seas due to melting glaciers, higher ocean temperatures, and severe flooding and droughts, and these effects are already increasingly common. Now, we've all been stuck in traffic, but when you drive in your personal vehicle, you're contributing to a significant cause of global warming because the majority of heat-trapping emissions come right out of a car's tailpipe. Burning gasoline produces carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas, which pollutes the air. Vehicle emissions account for 80% of smog-causing air pollution in the state of California. We've got to do a better job of stopping global warming. While we cannot stop global warming overnight, we can slow the rate and limit the amount of global warming by reducing human emissions of heat-trapping gases. Using public transportation and operating electric cars are two great ways to limit these harmful gases. When you take the bus instead of your car, you produce less pollution and reduce energy consumption and harmful carbon dioxide greenhouse gas emissions that damage the environment. When you drive an electric car, you produce zero emissions because you're using electricity instead of gas. These and other solutions are here today, but more can be done. For now, the city of Los Angeles needs to implement a better public transit system. The Clean Air Act pushes for zero carbon emissions by 2045, a goal which the metro can reach if it implements a higher tech, faster, more efficient, and more accessible bus system. This will encourage public ridership with an increased number of happier riders like you and me. Thankfully, Metro's Next Gen initiative to reimagine the bus system has already been put into place. Los Angeles will see the delivery of 155 electric buses in the next 2 years. The buses support Mayor Eric Garcetti's plan to make the city's entire bus fleet zero emission by the 2028 Olympic Games. The clean transportation revolution is not a distant dream. It's happening on LA streets right now, Garcetti said. Seeing these zero-emission buses rolling down our roads in the years ahead will bring us one step closer to realizing our vision of cleaner air, lower emissions, healthier communities, and a more sustainable future for all Angelinos. If we do not get off fossil fuels, we are killing our kids and our planet. Fortunately, Los Angeles has the ability to make a big impact in combating the climate crisis, said Councilmember Mike Bonin. Are you doing your part to combat climate change? Thank you.
Yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much for Angela. Thank you so much, Angela. So I want to know, Angela, how are you feeling right now? Can you tell us what is going through Angela emotionally, through your body, through your mind, as you just completed this speech?
I feel really good. I think it was a more exciting topic than I realized. I got energized by talking about it, and I was like, this is a serious, deep issue that's really needs to be confronted, and it needs to be talked about more. And I think that more and more people are focusing on climate change.
Yeah, I have to say thank you so much. I have to applaud you because that's what was so clear, between your focus and your concentration and your research. The research that you just put into this speech was just so clear about what you were talking about. So therefore, we saw all the passion you have for this issue. So thank you so much for applying all these techniques. We like to call you're one of our OGs. You've been here since day one. What has, I want to know, for Angela, what have you noticed about yourself on how you have grown? What is different about you after doing this workshop?
I'm more confident and more relaxed. And like when I used to speak really fast, and I think I've been able to slow down a little bit. And I've just been having a lot of fun, you know?
Yeah, well, you can tell, right, Joss? I mean,
everything that she said is pure fact. Just a little bit of reflection. I'm sorry, Eddie, I don't want to take from your segment, but Angela, yes, there's so much more confidence. There's so much more ease. I dare say it feels effortless, which is exactly what speaking should feel like. We speak all the time to our family, our friends, to the person at the checkout counter at the store. It's something that we do as simple as walking. So it should never feel like work. And admittedly, by you at the beginning, you were always kind of worrying about how you were sounding or how to prepare. And myself and Eddie kept on just reflecting back with you. Angela, just be you. And it's been so amazing to see you embrace that and just blossom into Angela in front of our very eyes. Thank you. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, yeah, of course. And if I can add to it, Angela, I remember how nervous you were, how worried and scared you were. And I have to say, today you overcame all those obstacles. You just made it look so effortless, and I applaud you for that. And I look forward to all the things you provide to your community, because you know, I just think you have a beautiful voice, and every single day you brought all these beautiful messages to every speech. So I thank the Lepes. I thank Juana Villa for being with us tonight. I thank you, Angela, and I just couldn't say how proud I am of our little village, our little community. We were calling each other our own town hall, and that's what we kept saying. How do we create a town hall where we can all share our voices? And if I could speak for myself, before we hand it over to Mario and I hand it over to Josh, I just have to say that I learned so much from every single participant, even the ones that are not here today, and just watching their grow has been a blessing. So thank you for trusting me and allowing me into your space to be able to provide whatever it was that I can to help you use your voice in your community. So thank you for that. Josh, is there anything you would like to add to that?
You said it, brother. This was not a workshop for me. This was a community, a safe space, an opportunity to teach, but also an opportunity to learn. I think that's the most specific power that we have with public speaking, for us to be able to share our views, our opinions, our thoughts, our personal experiences, and for us to receive them from others and know that we're not so different, or that our own opinion is not the only opinion that exists. And seeing this community of people, even though we were small, we were powerful. And feeling the empowerment consistently, every single workshop was nothing but spectacular. I see Juana de Villas has a hand up. Juana, would you like to say something?
Sí, Juana, ¿quiere decir algo? ¿Le gustaría decir algo? Si quiere, puede prender su cámara para decir lo que quiera decir.
Sí, claro que sí. Buenas noches a todos. Mi nombre es Juana Ortega y yo quiero aprovechar este momento y se puede decir que este evento que estamos teniendo para aprovechar a pedir en las necesidades que tiene la comunidad. Yo he andado en diferentes lugares de la comunidad, pidiendo, apoyando a la comunidad, recolectando ayuda para la comunidad, y me gustaría aprovechar esto, que hay tantas personas importantes que nos están escuchando, que hay tantas necesidades en la comunidad, porque yo he andado en diferentes áreas, he andado en el Valle de San Fernando, he andado en Panorama City, he andado en North Hills, he sido voluntaria en las escuelas y he mirado tantas necesidades, de diferentes necesidades que hay, tanto en las calles sucias como parques que necesitan para los niños necesitados, áreas que se mantienen muy sucias, que se requiere, que no le ponen cuidado para recoger muebles, incluso las áreas donde llevan a caminar los perros, hay áreas muy sucias y son muchas necesidades que tiene la comunidad. Y se ha andado pidiendo ayuda y colectando personas para abogar por esto, se ha andado pidiendo mucha abogacía para ver si nos escuchan, porque pues la verdad se requiere mucha ayuda a toda la comunidad. Y aprovechando esto, pues que si llega a oídos de todos los políticos, pues que he andado yo en tantas reuniones, se les ha pedido mucho, pero pues no se ha logrado mucho. Y nos gustaría que nos escuchen, que tenemos voz también y necesidades también, tantas personas también que hay sin hogar. Que hagan algo también por todos nosotros. Somos personas que somos, necesitamos ayudas, los niños, los jóvenes, hay muchas, mantenerlos activos, deberían de tener más actividades para los jóvenes, que no anden en las calles, que no anden en pandillas, porque la verdad hay mucho vandalismo donde quiera también. Y nos gustaría que nos apoyen en eso y que haya más seguridad también, porque también hay calles que ni siquiera la policía las patrulla. Y se requiere también pues más guardia de seguridad, que tampoco hay áreas que ni siquiera las visitan. Hay mucho vandalismo, rompen vidrios, roban, abren los carros y todo eso. Si hubiera un poquito más de vigilancia, tal vez fuera un poquito menos, pero no nos escuchan. Andamos en un lado, en otro, hacemos limpiezas, porque yo he andado en muchas limpiezas, en Orgil, sea en Panorama City, en los parques. Hemos abogado mucho, pero no nos escuchan. Nos gustaría que pues hagan algo por todas las comunidades, que hay mucha necesidad y que nos escuchen. Tenemos voz también como latinos, como de cualquier generación, de cualquier, no importa raza, no importa color, pero todos tenemos la misma necesidad, porque la verdad nos tienen muy abandonados. Hay áreas muy abandonadas que la verdad no nos dan el apoyo que requeremos. Y sí me gustaría que pusieran más guardia en todas las áreas y en todas las ciudades. Muchas gracias y gracias por permitirme este momento, y gracias a ustedes que nos permiten también hablar y expresarnos también nuestras necesidades que tiene la comunidad. Y me gustaría invitar a más personas que se unan para tener más voz, porque también a 2, 3 personas, pues por eso nos ignoran. Y todas esas personas que tienen necesidad, que tienen sus áreas sucias, únanse a nosotros, vengan con nosotros y vamos a ser más fuertes y vamos a tener más voz. Muchas gracias, y gracias, Eric, gracias a todos por darnos estas oportunidades. Que tengan una feliz tarde. Gracias.
Muchas gracias, señora Juana. Josh, just to give you a couple of things that she talked about, so that way if you wanted to say anything. So she's an activist, you know, she's been doing the work, she's been putting in the work in her community. So what she's saying is she's just here. This is a space where we want to recruit people. We want to motivate people to make change in the community. So she was just talking about how much help is needed throughout the community in the San Fernando Valley. She was talking about how there's so much trash issues, how much dog waste, how the policing, like there isn't enough policing throughout the entire city. So therefore, the youth are out and they're vandalizing the properties. There's a lot of death. She's also talking about how important it is that the community needs to come together, because when they come together as a small group, their voice isn't heard. So what she hopes through what she just said with all of that, Señora Juana, is that they start growing in the Latino population, for her in this case, and to make sure that their voice is being heard, but that they need to come in large numbers. So that way the politicians or anyone that can make change would take them serious. So that's really what she was asking for. I think it was more about her motivating people and also coming from a person who's already doing the work. So all she's saying is, look, I'm still going to be doing it. Who's coming with me? So muchas gracias, señora Juana, por todo eso. Muy bien dicho, y le agradecemos todo lo que nos dijo.
Another perfect example of why we do what we do, right? That speech wasn't prepared at all. This is what we would call an impromptu speech, when you just have something on your heart that you need to share. And it's for a purpose. She didn't just come to just talk about an experience or brag about her own accolades. She said this to activate, hopefully, people who are listening and bring them aboard the train that she's already riding. I'd like to go ahead and thank everybody, including our donors, our sponsors, our attendees, everybody who is watching, our participants, my guy Eddie, everybody at home office. But I want to give a special shout out to the man, the myth, the legend, Mario. I'm a Marvel fan, y'all, Marvel Comics. And Mario is like the Nick Fury of the situation. Nick Fury is that guy played by Samuel L. Jackson that has that eye patch. What he did is he pulled all the strings for the Avengers to be together. You might not see him all the time, but please believe he's doing some type of work in the background to make sure everybody gets together. Whether it's us, the facilitators, the TAs, or the participants, or you, the people watching at home, this man's in charge of all of that, which is not an easy job whatsoever. And few and far between we get to give our roses to the people who deserve them. So Mario, on behalf of everybody, and especially on behalf of me, I'd like to thank you for making this situation happen. This workshop community was priceless.
Yeah, and if I could add to it, you read my mind. I wanted to also thank Mario, because you do make it look so effortless, Mario. Thank you for recruiting all these people. You recruited some amazing people to participate in it, but equally the communication and the organization that you had to create these workshops. Thank you, brother. I mean, it's been really nice. And also the vibe you set from the beginning, the tone with all the participants. I really think they first start coming with you, and then they grew into us, but they all were like, we're here because Mario has that warm heart. And so thank you, brother. So we can't do this without you. We can't do it without the Unusual Suspects. So thank you for everybody that helps us put this together.
Yeah, wait. I got it for you too, Mario. Hang on.
Here's Mario. Here it is.
Oh!
Yeah, Mario, man. On to Mario.
When you guys go rogue, when you go off script, you go off script. I love it. Thank you so much. My mother is listening. She's watching from home. So thank you so much. 10 points for Gryffindor. Thank you so much, everyone. I want to bring, thank you. That means a lot. Thank you. Everybody works very hard here at the office and putting this together, and the meetings and our community partners, of course. But I want to bring out, once again, I want everyone, I want this to be recorded for posterity. I want to welcome everyone back to the virtual stage, the Speak Up With Us participants. Señor Jesús Lepe, Señora Juana Villa Ortega, Señorita Erika Lepe, feliz cumpleaños. Angela Guida, come on out. Jesus Lepe Jr., La Señora Juana Lepe, of course, our amazing Unusual Suspects teaching artists, Jasmine and Eddie. Thank you to our stream engineer and technical designer, Alec McPherson, who's over there in the control room. Friends, family, wherever you are, give it up for everyone who helped bring the show to life. It was a group effort. This is definitely a community. This is a village. And as you all mentioned, it was amazing. Hey, I just want to get to a few questions because folks were asking questions in the chat. Quiero hacer unas preguntas, por favor, porque la gente que está viendo, el público, dejaron unas preguntas en el chat. And I want to know, una de las preguntas, I want to know, one of the questions, if you get nervous in the middle of giving a speech, in the middle of speaking, what do you do to calm yourself? Cuando se ponen nerviosos, cuando están dando el discurso, están hablando y se empiezan a sentir los nervios, ¿Qué es lo que se hacen para calmarse? What are some techniques that you do in the moment, en el momento? ¿Qué es lo que hacen? ¿Qué es lo que pueden hacer para calmarse? Does anybody want to answer that or volunteer?
I saw Juana's hand go up.
Sí,
Ver, señora Ortega, por favor.
fuerte, respirar por la nariz, sacar el aire por la boca, hacerlo unas 10 veces, lentamente respirar por la nariz, sacar el aire por la boca y eso lo relaja, abrazarse, sobarse sus brazos.
Bien, déjeme traducir para que la haga el público en su casa. So, folks, you can do this at home. Whenever you get nervous, Mrs. Ortega recommends that you breathe very slowly, right? Slow down your breathing in through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. She recommends doing it 10 times, really slowly, really deliberately. Another technique she was saying is take yourself and just hug yourself. You can rub your arms, rub your shoulders, and really calm yourself down that way. ¿Verdad, señora? Yeah.
Brazos, sobarse, las manos, relajarse, sacudir sus manos.
Good. You could do your hands, you could rub your hands, shake it out. Muy bien, gracias. Yeah, so those are all physical techniques that we do and that we've seen, and that actually truly does work, right? Sometimes you just got to get the nerves out. Tienes que nada más sacudir los nervios. ¿Alguien más? Does somebody else want to volunteer a relaxation technique? Is there anything mental? Does anybody do any kind of visualization or mental technique? ¿Hay una técnica mental o algo de visualización o algo que hagan?
Sí, hay técnicas mental también, de que también usted puede cerrar sus ojos, puede pensar, vamos a decir, puede pensar afuera en una nave que va volando, va bajando lentamente, pero de usted tenga sus ojos cerrados, olvídese de todo, conviértase en esa ave, vaya bajando lentamente, para en un árbol, se relaja allí el ave, usted está convertido en esa ave.
Well, you can't do all that while you're speaking though. Like in the middle of your speech, you can't just start rubbing yourself like.
Well,
pues sí, es cierto.
This is something that I was actually going to kind of defer.
No, el ave.
I'm sorry.
No se va a sobar.
No, señora,
es
no, es que estaba...
Usted en su mente se va a convertir en un ave.
No, señora, ella estaba comentando que cuando dijo que se está sobando, que no uno no puede hacer eso en medio del discurso, que no puede. Y yo digo, ¿por qué no? Why not?
No, para comenzar el discurso.
Para comenzar, before you begin, Angela.
Okay.
Cuando usted le da nervios, cuando usted ya está en el discurso, lo único que puede hacer es respirar profundo, sacar el aire por la boca. Eso es cuando usted relajarse, y es lo que le ayuda a usted a mantenerse y quitar esos nervios. Pero para usted comenzar su discurso, usted va a sobarse, relajarse para que saque esa energía mala. Es sacar la energía mala para que usted pueda estar motivada y dar su discurso bien.
Muy bien, gracias.
Gracias.
You want to do that beforehand. She says to get out all that bad energy, right? You want to rub it out. Just get it gone, right? Out of your system, just out of your system. Okay, let me see. One more question. Let's do one more question. Have your family or friends noticed a difference in your confidence and communication? ¿Han notado sus amigos, sus familiares, sus vecinos?
¿Y las familias han matado?
¿Cómo? No, que tengan más confianza desde que...
Dijo, han matado. Dije, ¿qué?
¿Han matado, dije?
No, así se le entendió a la señorita que está traduciendo.
No, que la confianza, que si han comentado las personas en sus vidas.
Sí, incluso se ha experimentado esa confianza, ese relajamiento de que funciona. Si ella lo pone a prueba, ella misma lo va a experimentar de que sí funciona ese relajamiento y se quita el estrés y se motiva más y tiene esa confianza de dar ese entrenamiento.
Muy bien, pues hay que seguirlo. Sí, a ver, señor Lepe, a ver, adelante.
Sí, yo quiero dar mi punto de vista respondiendo a la pregunta que nos está haciendo Mario. Lo que nos preguntó usted es de que, qué puede uno hacer en medio cuando está uno dando un discurso, una persona que no está acostumbrada a dar un discurso, ¿qué puede hacer en medio? Bueno, yo creo que en medio del discurso, yo creo que no pueden hacer nada, pero ya está uno preparado. Ustedes nos han preparado en las 10 clases que hemos tenido, nos han preparado cómo saber hablar mejor, cómo poder hablar como en este momento aquí con personas importantes. Y es muy importante también como lo que mi hija Erika también ha hecho también al principio, que relajarse uno, tirar los nervios, sacar el aire, pero eso es al principio, porque ya en medio de un tema ya no se puede hacer eso, estar bajando mariposas del cielo, palomas, lo que sea, no se puede hacer eso en medio del discurso, pero lo que yo digo que se prepara uno, se va uno preparando poco a poco y ya como en esos casos ya hasta nosotros nos sentimos un poquito ya más relajados después de ciertos, de 10 secciones que hemos tenido y yo siento que tengo un poquito más facilidad de palabra para poder platicar con ustedes y con el público y eso es muy bueno. Yo le recomiendo lo que hemos hecho, le recomiendo a toda la gente que nos está viendo y es algo muy bueno para todos, muy bueno.
Gracias, señor. Mr. Lopez just shared that he says, if we prepare, if you prep and you do your research and you really rehearse, then that also really helps your nerves when you're speaking. He said that our workshops, the type of training that we've been giving them over the last 10 weeks, have really helped his confidence, his ability to speak, both in the workshop and now to the public right now, you folks at home. So it's made a real big difference and he recommends it to everyone. And I'll tell you folks, this is just the beginning. Este nomás es el principio. Este nomás fue la primera versión de lo que vamos a hacer. This is just the first version of what we're going to do. We have big plans. We will continue our partnership with the folks in the Pacoima area, our work with El Nido, and this is just the beginning. We're very excited. We're coming to the end of our presentation, and I do want to add a few more, details to this for those of you at home, because as I said, this does not end here. This was just a little taste of the community that we've created in the Northeast San Fernando Valley, and we're very proud of it, but we want you to remain engaged. We want you to be a part of it. There is room at the table for you wherever you are, through the magic of the internet and virtual learning. You can help out wherever you are. So if you've enjoyed what you've seen tonight, you want to make a difference yourself, we are always on the lookout for quality volunteer mentors. The volunteer mentors are the heart of our company, really. I started out as a volunteer mentor. They provide support in our workshops. They help with the culminations. They are a vital link between the staff and the participants. And so let's just take a moment to thank all of our company's wonderful volunteer mentors, todos los voluntarios que nos han ayudado en este y otros programas behind the scenes. Hey, drop us a line if you'd like to become one. The link is in the chat. So go ahead and click that link and we can get you more information. We'll see where we can use the help. So to our two young participants, to the young Lepes, Jesus Jr. y Erika, we want you to know that you are now a part of our alumni program. You're probably saying to yourself, what is that? It's the first time I'm hearing of it, right? I haven't talked about it before. But what is that? What is the alumni program? Well, here to tell us all about the alumni program is the Alumni Advisory Committee member, Hera. Take it away, Hera. Okay, I'm coming back. Hi, everyone. So sorry about that. Stand by, please. We've got a right, and we are going to roll that tape right now for you. Thank you so much for standing by. Hera, are you with us? Come through. Hello, hello. Thanks everyone for being patient here. I'll start talking a bit about the alumni program. So the alumni program is just everything you could want to continue your creative growth. Oh, never mind. Thank you so much, Hera. That is really, I work with the alumni in the alumni program, and that is one of our most amazing parts of our company. So young Lepes, I hope you will take advantage of all the wonderful workshops and networking connections that we have, especially now that we're going to be coming back in person. It's really an extraordinary time to be a member of the Unusual Suspects. So congratulations to everyone, and welcome to the alumni program. Hey, thank you so much for being a part of this, and to the rest of our Speak Up With Us participants. You've come such a long way together. You've trusted us to teach you public speaking skills, and you've taken those skills and become strong, powerful community advocates. There really isn't anything that you can't do. And to our young people in particular, we hope that this is the beginning of a journey where you will create the world that you want, that feels safe to you, and that makes all of the dreams of your ancestors come true. And we talk a lot about that, about our culture and where we come from. So that's important in our program. To our audience, thank you so much for being a part of this. After a challenging year amidst a global public health crisis, we are so proud to be able to come together and support our inspiring young youth and empowering them with a strong and confident voice. But it's through the generosity of supporters like you that makes it all possible. So please, if you can, won't you please consider making a tax-deductible gift? Visit theunusualsuspects.org/donate to make your donation. And thank you so much in advance for your support. Big thank you and shout out to our partners at El Nido. Muchísimas gracias. We love you and are so honored to be cooperating and being in this collaboration with you, being creative partners to strengthen our families, strengthen our communities, and really just be the authors of our own future. Miss Edith, Miss Jessica, Mr. Tavares, thank you so much. All of our Best Start partners. It's as if you were right here with us every step of the way. And we hope that we honored the vision and kept pace with all the wonderful work that you're doing over at El Nido Best Start. So thank you so much. I'm going to invite everybody to come on to check out all together, please. If everybody could turn their cameras back on, por favor. Prendan sus cámaras, sus micrófonos. Vamos a hacer el checkout. Vamos a salir. Gracias, gracias. Prendan sus cámaras. If you can, turn on your cameras. Quiero ver. I want to see. Usen las manos. Del 1 al 10, ¿cómo se sienten? A ver, enséñeme. We're going to check out the number 1 through 10. Con las manos, ¿cómo se sienten? Bien, bien, bien. Bien. Ay, no me asuste, señora Ortega. No sabía cuánto me iba a dar. Muy bien. Así. Felicidades. Congratulations, everybody. Our teaching artists, Eddie, Jazz, Lepe Familia, Señora Ortega, Miss Angela, you are all amazing. Thank you so much. Hey, everybody. The fun does not stop tonight. Our next virtual performance culmination event is going to be called Fighting for Our Golden Dreams. That's presented by the Edison Middle School YTRP program on Wednesday, May 19th. That's a 1 week from today at 4 p.m., right? That's right here on the Unusual Suspects Facebook page. Maybe you're watching this on YouTube. Maybe you're in Zoom. Hey, wherever you are, check it out. It's going to be amazing. I've seen it. I was filming it. I was helping with the filming on Monday. Amazing, beautiful, incredible. Thank you so much to our amazing program staff, teaching artists, volunteer mentors, all the staff that's here in the office, Melissa, Gloria, Alec, Jake Arkey, I know you're out there, Alexa, Joyce, everybody that's on staff, Nick, Madison, thank you all so much. There's so many people that work behind the scenes to make it happen, but it is our pleasure and our honor to just show you the amazing magic that we're doing in our workshops. Anyway, we're going to call it a night. Thank you so much, folks. Thank you for being a part of this. We'll see you at the next one. Be well. Adios, amigos. Desde el Valle de San Fernando, from the San Fernando Valley, we wish you all a wonderful evening. Thank you, thank you. Go ahead and say goodbye. Ya vamos a terminar, señora. Vamos a hablar nosotros aquí, entre nosotros.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody.
Later.
Bye, everyone.
Okay, folks, we are clear on Facebook. Hey!
Yo, can we stop recording?
Oh, sure.